the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus are quite possibly the best real-world iPhones Apple's released in years. Totally underrated, and here's why. Since the Pro line of iPhones was introduced over 5 years ago, the regular iPhones really haven't gotten a ton of attention. The only time they do is when something goes wrong.
What'd you do?
When the Mini was introduced in 2020, it really wasn't that much of a success. People thought they were too small, and the battery wasn't powerful enough for the price. Just 2 years later, it was replaced by the larger 14 Plus, which again, wasn't a success. Perhaps because Apple screwed up the release.
Oh my God, no!
Many people may not remember this, but the regular 14, 14 Pro, and 14 Pro Max were all available for pickup in September, while the 14 Plus was delayed till the middle of October. And in a world where we want better batteries and bigger screens, the release was apparently later than people wanted, so they basically forgot about it. Fast forward to this year, now we have all 4 phones that were released, this time available for the same dates. Now, the performance of both 15s is nothing short of impressive. Again, overshadowed by the Pro lineup, and in my opinion, the 15 starting price just seems to have people want to gravitate towards the term Pro. In reality, the 15 Pro just cost $100 more than the 15 Plus, and was the favorite of many to pick. A few battery cycles later, and we've come to learn that the 15 and the 15 Plus are beasts in the battery game, even beating out the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max. At first glance, someone may say, what's wrong with the Pro lines that they're getting worse battery life? It's pretty obvious if you do think about it. The 15 and the 15 Plus have close to almost the exact same battery specs to the Pro line, but none of the bells and whistles that the Pro phones have. Now, I did list them in a previous video, and it actually surprised me just how long that list was. All these extras are a killer for the battery side. Now, most people are really not even going to care about all of those things it offers. The camera, that might be something people tend to really like about their phones. I did knock the results, but, comparing the 14s to the 15s, yeah, it may not be that special, but at least it didn't get worse. Now, compared to the Pro models, the biggest thing the 15s are missing out on is that telephoto lens, which can limit some actions for people who are photo and video enthusiasts. The main features of these 15 cameras are the things people will use 99% of the time. The quality is so good, I don't even think people could tell them side by side in a photo. What if I told you the photo tests that I did were all on the same iPhone 15 in both the Pro and the regular videos? That would be a lie. I wouldn't do that. I have way much more integrity than that. Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. Moving on. Now that I have beaten the camera and the battery review to death in the last few videos, let's go ahead and move on to some other things that really matter. The most notable difference when looking at the 15s is they didn't get the titanium body. Meh. You're not really missing anything. I personally like the colors on the 15s and the aluminum banding that looks so cool matching the color of the phone. Another big option for people who think that it matters is the display. The 15s did not get that Pro Motion display, which has the refresh rate up to 120 Hertz. For me, going back and forth from the Pros to the regular phones, I didn't even notice. Maybe that's because I'm blind. Oh. Whatever. The screens on these phones are actually pretty awesome. So yeah, whatever. You won't miss it. Just like you won't miss the always-on display. Pro users, turn it off. Your battery will thank you. The user experience for both of these phones was perfectly fine. Probably even more than fine. I would say great. Now, I've used the Pro Max phones since the 11. And I found that I actually now prefer the smaller footprint of the 15, but, the larger screen is good for gaming and watching movies and TV. It really didn't bother me when I used the 15 for those things, but I just wanted to mention it because some people do really care about that. Now, the 15's phone frames are a little bit more rounded than the 14 models. Not so huge you're going to be like, oh my god, huge difference. It's just a little bit and a tad more comfortable to hold. But if you buy one, put a case on it. If not, at least a screen protector. If you rock no case, get AppleCare, okay? Alright. I'll get off my stump. For my everyday use on both of these phones, they were more than powerful enough. The chip used in these phones is the same used in the 14 Pro models last year. They also have the 6 gigs of RAM compared to the 8 gigs of RAM on the Pro models. Maybe you can have some more apps open in the background on the Pros, but seriously, it takes an extra second to open up an app that didn't stay running in the background. Once again, your battery will thank you. Of course, the 15 and 15 Plus do come with the USB-C port, but it's only USB-C 2. However, according to Apple's website, they actually charge faster than the Pro. Now, the purpose for that faster USB-C port on the Pros is for use with external storage and transfer of photos and video. You're not really missing out on that either. Oh my god, I completely forgot the biggest difference between the regular iPhones and the Pros. How could I forget this? The 15 did not get the function button. It still uses the switch. Yo. It's a function that I stopped using because I forget that it's there. Yeah. I do kind of forget that it's there. Sorry, Timmy. I just don't think it's something we really care about. Swing and a miss. From absolutely awesome battery life to a solid camera, if you wanted to save some money by not getting an iPhone Pro, I can honestly say I think you'll be very happy. Also, having that extra cash in your pocket is also very nice. Because let's be honest, you're going to need it because you're going to want to put a case or a screen protector on this phone. Why? Check out this video right here and you'll see why. You need to watch it. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you won't miss my next video when I post it. See ya.